Hey everyone, welcome to the session of building generative AI application using Snowflake Cortex and Snowflake AI. In this session, we are going to see a live application, which is WealthX. The purpose of this application is to act as a co-pilot for wealth management financial advisors to generate insights for them to focus on their clients. So why WealthX? WealthX empowers advisors to focus on their clients by assisting them to find the information from different knowledge sources. It can find the consolidated information from research reports, internal documents, SEC filing, and other sources. It can also look at structured data, such as financial records or SEC filings data, which is in a structured format. So WealthX is going to give you a single interface using the natural language, using the power of generative AI built on Snowflake. Now, the key advantage is it gives you a unified interface. It provides you ability to do a semantic searching so that advisors can focus on the key business outcome using the power of generative AI. And as of now, there are many other features planned for WealthX. So before we look into WealthX, let's look into Snowflake generative AI capabilities. And this is the slide from Snowflake capabilities offerings, where Snowflake Cortex is their core offering. And they also offer Snowflake container services so that if you want a custom processing, you can still do that. And because of the acquisition of Streamlit, they also help you to build apps in minutes. That's what WealthX is built upon. We also use some of other key features from Snowflake, such as LLM functions like complete, embed, sentiment, extracting answers and all. And we'll see quickly how those features have been applied in building WealthX as a solution. So briefly looking at the technology architecture, it's a typical rack pattern, but there are definitely, because the Snowflake has the advantage of being closer, building those functionalities closer to the data. This gives you more empowerment and efficiency in terms of when you're building generative AI application. So in this application, like your chat interface was built using the Streamlit, but the whole processing and the entire ingestion and vector embeddings, everything is being powered by Snowflake platform. Now, as we talked, the technology stack is very simple. Streamlit is being used for user interface. We are using a couple of libraries, but it can be easily extended. Note that the libraries are supported by Streamlit, which is already packaged for you on the Snowflake platform. Snowflake is being used as a vector database as well as a data store, and it provides the ability to talk to different LLMs like Arctic, Mistral, Gemma, and others. So let's deep dive into the demo. So this is the platform. Now there are two aspects of the platform I want to showcase, two scenarios particularly. So as a wealth advisor, I often get a lot of research reports. So one of the areas is, suppose you want to look into, let me zoom it up a little bit. So as an advisor, if I'm trying to find information from all that knowledge sources, I can simply ask a question. Right now, I have compiled some questions from here. So say that I want to get insights from the real estate report. I can simply ask the question and I will get the response from the unstructured document, which has already been indexed. Now the response sentiment gives you the response, that how positive or negative the response is, as well as it gives you the link to the sources, which is already as part of Snowflake platform. It has been hosted over there. Now you can ask multiple other questions based on the document. This solution can easily be scaled to millions of documents using the power of Snowflake interface. Now, you can also choose, the second part of the solution is you can also choose what LLM provider you want to use. So say that I want to use Llama. So I can use Llama and ask the similar question or from the list of the questions and ask further any other information I need from the documents which have been consolidated for me. So that's the power of the platform, that you can ask questions from the documents which have been ingested. The second aspect of the solution is, we looked into the internal documents. The second aspect of the solution is when you say I want to look into the SEC filing, and SEC filings are have been using a database which has already been compiled and cleaned by for us. So say that I want to ask that, okay, what are the top companies? And I have some specific questions. So I can put that query in the same natural language interface, and it's gonna, behind the scene, it's gonna generate from this text, it's gonna generate a SQL, and then it will run the query. And the second part of the solution is you can query the structured data which has been compiled for you for, say, SEC filings. So if I'm querying something like this, behind the scene, it's gonna generate the SQL query. Now I'm showing SQL query so that you can understand that it's generating that. And then it is gonna show you the graphical view as well as the data which is coming out of that query. Now this is also using behind the scene that based on the query output, it figures out through LLM that what type of chart I need to display. That's another feature of the solution here. Similarly, like say that I want to create an area chart, I can still specify that, okay, I need an area chart of SEC filings over the time. On x-axis, I want the quarters. On y-axis, I want the number of filings and company size. Same process, it will generate the query, and then it will generate the chart for you based on the data which it receives. So these are the two key features of the solution which was built in. Definitely, this solution can be extended to include other knowledge sources like advisor database, data which is coming from CRM solution, data which is coming from other knowledge sources in typical enterprise. Now I'm going a little bit behind the scene. What's happening is that as part of that, we have ingested some documents just to showcase that these are the list of documents which are available for this solution to search. Then these documents get chunked, and then we create the embeddings out of these documents, which are stored in Snowflake here. Similarly, for all the SQL queries, what I've done is that I have created and extracted the schema definition for the SEC filing schema from Cybersyn, and then it does the same process that it generates the chunk, and then it generates the embedding out of the chunk, so that you can easily ask something using the Snowflake Cortex function as an LLM query, right? So I like the interface has been made simple using the Cortex SQL function so that you can easily specify what is your model and what is your query. That is what has happened behind the scene. The Streamlit application is using that, and it's going to generate the query, and then you can execute the query and run it. So behind the scenes, see, this is built on Streamlit, which is now as part of Snowflake. So it's a lot easier when I use this as part of the same integrated offering Snowflake has. That's it. That's it from the demo perspective. We are looking to extend the solution further, and this is just the beginning. Thank you so much.